Okay. So guys, let us start with your part C. Okay. Sir, give us some gyan. Okay. Listen. Part C, very important. Very important. Hardly we will be finishing the entire part C, maximum 2 days. We'll be finishing the entire part C in maximum 2 days. Sir, that doesn't mean it is important. What I mean here is the syllabus is so small. Yeah, we'll be covering everything. The syllabus is small. So, what do you have to look out from this? Make sure you prepare to the core, perfection. If you can rattamar to rattamar. Don't leave anything from these 3 chapters. 3 chapters. Don't leave anything here. Anything. Why? Only 3 chapters can fetch you 25 marks. Yeah. Now imagine a paper, 100 marks paper. And imagine you are preparing to the best of your best abilities. The part C, I'm telling you, preparing best. If I ask you anything, you will be able to answer. If you prepare in such a way. And assume you will score 20. Let us not be greedy also. I will not say you will score 25 on 25 in part C. Assume you can score 20. In the rest of the 75 marks, all you need is only 30. Sir, 20 no sir. Let us try for minimum 50 always. Helps from aggregate perspective. The moment you got 50, your berth is confirmed. Your game is safe. In the rest, how much? In the rest, 45. In the rest 45 marks, even if you can pull off 10 marks, 10 marks, imagine 60 guys, exemption. Getting the point, all of you. Till now, we have done from chapter 1 to chapter 12. Yeah, we have not done 11th chapter. Let us see what it is, why we have not done. We'll discuss about that. Yeah. So, if you can manage things properly, then yes, that is what I tell you. Now, preparation is done. Write and practice. Now we have finished 11 chapters. Is there any chapter which you felt very difficult? Or you felt everything was manageable? Multiple revisions will make you thorough in the concepts. What? Was there any difficult chapter? All 11 were doable. Nothing was like, what sir, oh my god sir and all. All of you agreed. Every chapter was manageable. So your part A is also covered, no? Your part A is also done then. Yeah? So this is how you need to manage. Part B will come. Part B is a little dry. Yeah? Part B is a little dry. We'll come to that. Okay, sir. So set that. Let us start your 19th chapter. That is Dormant Company. 19th chapter, Dormant Company. Okay, sir. Sir, what do you mean by a dormant company? What do you mean by a dormant company? Is it a new type of company? Just like private, public, OPC, is Section 8 is same in the same way? Is dormant also a new type of company? No. Dormant is the same company. What same company? It is your same private or public or an OPC, same thing. Then what do you mean by dormant company? Dormant company just means, just like you people, what? It's a sleeping company. It is not active. It is sleeping. Just like you people. Yeah. Dormant company is what? Dormant company means a sleeping company. Sir, in exam if they ask, can we write the same thing? Sleeping company. In exam you have to write in a polished English. Inactive company. Yes? So, in your exam hall, if they ask you what is a dormant company, don't write sleeping company. Dormant company is a inactive company. Inactive. It is not active. So, sleeping, inactive company. Sir, what is this? Why is this? Yeah, why should we have dormant company? All that we will see. First thing. Sir, why dormant company? Why dormant company? Now, listen carefully. Around November 2019, there was the first breakout of COVID. The first case was reported around November 2019. That is when we got to know it is becoming a contagious, it is growing and all. Now, there was a person in India called Me. Now, what did Me do? Me knew this was going to become a very huge pandemic and people were going to suffer. Me knew this. So, what did Me do? Me immediately opened one company because of all the advantages it has. That is a separate legal entity and all that. He opened one company and he started doing R&D towards finding the drug, vaccine for COVID. Yeah, he started doing R&D and he wanted to find vaccine for COVID. He continuously worked day and night for 4 months and finally he got a vaccine for COVID. Now, whenever you have a unique thing, what is the first thing you do? Immediately he applied for a patent. Yeah, what is a patent? It is always an intellectual property right. Intellectual property right. It is an intangible asset. It is always an intangible asset. Yes? So, and now Me was waiting for a right opportunity. Right opportunity. When the COVID is at peak, then I will come with my vaccine. That time my patent will have maximum demand. If I go and initially only give, my patent will become like Saradan and Crocin, 1 rupee, 2 rupee tablets. No, I want to wait so that the demand for it increases in the market. Okay, sir. Now, I opened a company. Yeah, my vaccine is ready. I have also taken a patent. Now the question is, I am waiting for the moment. Now it is already 2021. I opened my company when? 2019. I am waiting for the opportunity. I have not yet launched my drug in the market. Now the question is, it has been 2 years. 2 years. I am not doing any business. I am just waiting. But as per Companies Act 2013, there are many regulations you need to follow. There are many regulations you need to follow. Many things. Like, for example, in a year, you need to conduct minimum 4 board meetings in a year. Yeah, every company has to conduct minimum 4 board meetings in a year. Mandatory. For example, you need to file your AOC 4 and MGT 7. Sir, what are these? These are forms. AOC 4 means financial statements. MGT 7 means annual return. I need to file this with ROC. There are many compliances like this which a company has to follow, whether you are working, whether you are not working. Now this became a very big headache to me. Why? Sir, I am not doing any business. I have just taken a patent and I am just waiting like that. Even for not doing any business, why should I do all this? Why should I follow so much of law when I'm just sitting idle? The law said, okay, you do one thing. You're idle, right? You're ideal, right? Then I'll do one thing. What? You file an application for me. You file an application for me that you're sitting idle. You're not working today. You're not doing any business today. You file an application to me. What? To convert your status from active to dormant. You file an application to me. What? You are not active now, but you are sleeping now. If you are following all the conditions, then I will give you this status. If you are a dormant company, there are many exemptions to you. Meaning what? You need not follow all the law. Whatever is applicable to a normal company, for you it is not applicable. Because there is no commercial production at all in your company. So that is the reason why people go for dormant status. Why? When there is no business activity or you are holding some future asset. Now for example, I will give you one more example so that the concept will be very clear. There is Arivu Pro. Yeah, in the time of March. Yeah, in the time of March, we were almost like we wanted to, I'm just giving you an example. We were scaling up. We wanted to go for a very big, space. From what we were to what we want to go, we wanted to go to a very big space. I mean, taking an land or a building. From this thought was there from say 2019, but the cost in around Bangalore is very high. We could not afford. I'm just giving you an example. Yeah. Now, during March 2020, because of COVID, the land prices all of a sudden it started coming down because people are not spending anymore. The rents have come down. Now I wanted to take this as an opportunity. Yes, there is a lockdown, but the rents have come down. So what did Arivu Pro did? In March 2020, they invested on a land. Why? In a normal situation, the land price will be, assume 1 crore. In this situation, I got the land for 60 lakhs. I'm just giving an example. Let me wait. I'm okay. After the lockdown lifts, it took some 8 months, 9 months or 1 year. I'm okay. I'll wait till that time. But this opportunity won't come again. So I have formed a company. I want to start a tuition and I have taken the advantage and I'm holding one asset for a future business. Yes. So what will I do? I will take an asset and again I will go and sleep and I will wait for the right moment. Once that right moment comes, you can again convert to an active company. So an active company can go sleep by writing an application to ROC. Once you start your activity, again write an application and again you can become active. Yes. Got a fair idea? Yes? I'll not confirm on it. Let it come from some other channel. Yeah. Okay. So got a fair idea, people? What is a dormant company? Everyone? All of you? If basics are correct, concepts will go inside. You guys will go. I mean, I have not yet come to the commercial aspects. How, which file and all. I'll tell you. Yeah. There are many. I'll tell you. We'll be seeing all that. Yeah. Okay. I'll show you something. We'll be seeing. We have just started. We'll see that. Yeah. Now write down what is a dormant company. If I tell everything, then there is no kick. You need to take everything step by step. Yeah. Okay, sir, what is a dormant company? Whenever you are writing a dormant company, make sure you are quoting this section and rule. Section 455 defines what is a dormant company. And companies miscellaneous rules 2014. So when you are quoting something about dormant company, just write this. Section 455 of Companies Act 2013 and as per the relevant rule of Companies Miscellaneous Rules 2014. And whatever they ask, write it off. Yeah? Now, okay sir. Only one section. Okay sir. Now, what is a dormant company? What is a dormant company? If you want, do your book as a landscape. Sir, what's this new act? Not new act, Companies Act only. Section 455 of Companies Act 2013. And this is rules. Everything will have rules. This is that rules. Companies Miscellaneous Rules 2014. Companies Act only. For example, I was telling you companies incorporation rules for incorporation. Yeah, same way. So, dormant company. What is it? If you want, you can write down in a landscape image. So, how does it look? For your understanding, I have simplified the conditions in this way. Yeah, so there are three conditions. Yes, correct. Yes, Bala. Yeah, so there are three conditions. You have to satisfy both A and B. You have to satisfy A and B. So this has to be read as one condition. Yeah, or you can satisfy only C condition. So C condition should be read as alone, A and B should be read together. Okay, sir. Under A, there are again two conditions. A and B. Yes. Now write down what is a dormant company. Where a company is formed, and registered for a future project. Very important keyword. For a future project. So today you don't want to do anything, but you want to do something in future, or to hold an asset or intellectual property. To hold an asset or intellectual property. Where a company is formed and registered for a future project or to hold an asset or intellectual property. Yes. And B condition, and the company has no significant accounting transactions. The company should not have a significant accounting transaction. Meaning what? It is called SAT. Meaning, sir, I am ideal. At the same time, you should not be working also. You should be sleeping. So, what do you mean by significant accounting transaction? Sir, meanwhile, as it is, I'm just simply sitting, no sir. So, I will invest on stock market in my company's name. Sir, I will do some chota mota business. Simply I am waiting for that COVID vaccine. Instead, in the small time, I will do some chota mota business. Is it okay? No. Nothing should happen in your company. Nothing should happen. Nothing means nothing significantly which will affect your balance sheet should happen. Significant accounting transaction. Something which is related to monetary aspect should not happen. Now the question was, sir, what is the significant accounting transaction? A question can be asked. Question under a question. They can ask you what is a significant accounting transaction. Now it was a very great difficulty. We had to define everything. This is significant, this is not significant. It became a greater challenge for us. So we defined 4 transactions. 4 transactions. Except this 4, if you are doing any other job, that means that is a significant accounting transaction. If you are having significant accounting transaction, the B point not met, you cannot apply for dormant status. So what is significant accounting transaction? They have given us 4. If you are doing that 4, then it is okay. If you are doing anything apart from 4, it is considered as a significant accounting transaction. You cannot apply for dormant status. Shashikant, very good, very good. Yes, CSET, yeah, same thing. Now, let us see what are significant accounting transaction. Significant accounting transaction are those transactions other than, meaning what? Excluding this, whatever you do is significant accounting transaction. Sir, what are that? Write down. Other than, first one, payment of fees to ROC, payment made to fulfill regulatory requirements. Payment made to fulfill regulatory requirements. Allotment of shares. Last one, maintenance of office and records. Maintenance of office and records. Sir, if I do any other thing than this, it is called as significant accounting transaction. If you do only these 4, it is called as not significant. So it is okay. You can apply for dormant status. Apart from these 4, if you are doing any other thing, like you are selling certain goods, you are doing some consultancy services, you are investing shares in stock market, you are getting interest on bank FD, all these are significant accounting transactions. You will not get dormant status. Yes, sir, what is this payment of fees to ROC? Sir, I want a dormant company status. You only told me file one application to you. Will you take that application free of cost? You will ask for certain fees. No, I am giving that fees. Does that mean there is a transaction in my company? No, that is exempted. So if you pay any fees to me, that is not considered as significant. Okay, sir. So these are your E forms. So write down as example, day before the exam you will not get confused. Your E forms, whatever you file. Now the second one, sir, okay, I am not paying that. Whatever fees I pay, you are telling it is not significant. Okay. Now, sir, I do not know to file the form. So what do? I come to you. I come to you. Meaning what? You CS, please help me file the form. Will you file the form free of cost? Will you file the form free of cost? I'll tell you. Yeah, will you file form free of cost? So, payment made to fulfill regulatory requirements. Sir, I have to pay a CS. I have to pay a CA. Why? To file the forms. If you call it as significant accounting transaction, then I will not get dormant. I will not be able to file form with you at all. So, example, a CS fees. Getting the point? Next one, allotment of shares. Sir, what? You remember certificate of commencement of business? What is that? Sir, initially when I am forming a company, when people bring in capital to my company, INC 20A, declaration of commencement of business, in that what will you give? All the shareholders have got the money to the company, correct? All the shareholders have got the money to the company. Shareholders have got the money, but don't you think you have to allot the shares for them? You have opened the company, they have bought the money. What will you do? You have to allot shares to them, no? So, allotment of shares. So, allotting shares to subscribers of memorandum of association. If you are giving shares to them, not counted. Okay. The next one, maintenance of office. Just now I told you, we have taken a space and we have kept it. I have to pay rent or else I will not have an office space. Array, your honor, you only said once I have a company I need to have office. Bala, significant accounting transaction can be either income or expenditure. You shouldn't have both. Yes? Maintenance of office and records. Sir, you only told INC 22. Every company, no matter who you are, you need to have an office space. Without paying rent, will he give me free of cost? Without paying rent, will he give me office free of cost? I have taken office, electricity bill will come. Will it come free of cost? Without office, if you want to coordinate with me, where will you write a letter? How will you even call me? So, maintenance of office. Not considered as significant accounting transaction. Understood, everyone? Yes. Coming to your point, Sushant. So, whenever money is given, a current account you will not get a return. When you are investing, that means you are getting some money in return. See if it is falling in any of these four. You have introduced money. You are investing it somewhere. You are earning return. That's all. Significant accounting transaction, no dormant company status. Yeah, it is not a savings account by default to get interest. If you are investing on a FD, you are getting interest. That's all, done. See if it is coming under any of these four. Not coming, you will not get dormant status. Clear? The last one, see, if you are an inactive company. See, so what is the condition? You have to satisfy both A and B. It should not have earnings, Sulochana. It should not have expenditure also. Both. Yeah. See, A and B both has to be satisfied. Under A, you can either have a company for a future project or to hold an asset. Either of that. B, you should not have significant accounting transaction. Both A and B has to be satisfied. Or just satisfy C condition. What does C say? What does C say? Not carrying any business operation. Bala, what I mean is, there is a different category. Yeah, if you want, you file under A and B. If you think you are fulfilling C condition, file under C condition. That's all. Yeah. First thing, inactive company. Not carrying on any business operation. So call for a board meeting, pass a resolution saying that from today, for the next 2 years, we will be not having any business operations in our company. The next day, you can file for dormant status. As simple as that. Yeah. Or B status. Not made any significant accounting transaction in last 2 previous years. Or you should not have had significant accounting transaction in the last 2 years. Here, if at all, if you satisfy even for one particular moment, you can apply for dormant company status, provided you need to even satisfy condition A. Yeah. Rakesh, that is what I have done R&D. Yeah, I have got a patent. Now I'll come and I'll file. I will not carry on any business operation for the next 1 year. Getting the point? Got it? So, or not filed financial statements, and annual return. Not filed financial statements and annual return for last 2 financial years. That is your past 2 years. Sir, why did you write this in pink? Remember, if you have not filed your financial statements and annual return, AOC 4, MGT 7, in the last 2 years, ROC only will make you as dormant. Yes, correct, Bala. Sulochana, yes. See, if at all I am having these conditions, then I am a dormant company. If at all I am having any other income or expenditure other than these four, I am not a dormant company. Yeah? This condition P, this condition C, remember that I'll again connect to you later. Yeah? You should have not filed financial statements and annual returns for the last 2 financial year. If you have not filed, then ROC only will give you dormant status. Yes? Penalty will obviously be there. In case of C, Rakesh, you mean to say this pink one, not filed financial statements? I will tell you that. ROC only will convey you. You will not convey. The pink one is for ROC. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Now we got to know what is a dormant company. Yes. We got to know what is a dormant company, significant accounting transaction, all of that. Yeah, they can ask you even what is an inactive company. You will be writing this particular part of definition. Yeah, okay, sir. Now, next doubt. Let us take your doubts one by one. Sir, how do we apply for this? How do we get dormant status? Application for dormant company status. How do I get it? Write down everything I'll give you. Sir, right side there is no much, left side everything is there. So plan your page accordingly. Open a fresh page and do it. First one is suo motu. That is by self, by your own you are doing. Next one is by ROC. Under by ROC there is no much content. If you want you can do it under landscape. By ROC there is nothing. No, you can do it in the normal only. Right side there is only simple paragraph. Everything else is in suo motu. So plan it accordingly. Yeah, first let us write off by ROC. See, application for dormant company status. Law is telling either you can do it or ROC only do it. You tell me when will ROC do it? Yes, if company has not filed the company has not filed financial statements and whatever we just saw there, annual returns for 2 consecutive financial years, 2 consecutive financial years. So if you have not filed your financial statements, then ROC will declare you as dormant. Sir, isn't it a minimum courtesy to ask me and do? Yes, you will be asked. After giving a notice and an opportunity of being heard, why didn't you file? It will be asked. If you cannot prove a proper reason, then after giving a notice ROC shall enter company's name in register of dormant company. Yeah, basically if you are dormant, then you will not be opening branches and all, basically. Yeah. So after giving a notice, ROC shall enter the company's name in register of dormant companies. Yeah. Yes. Come to this part. Sir, if I want to take a dormant status, how do I get it? Procedure. Very simple. First, what do? Guys, we are doing procedure. Sir, suo moto. I want to do it by self. Sir, how do I do it? Conduct what? Our usual things. Board meeting. And approve the resolution, that is to apply for dormant status, and same thing, what? Call for general meeting. Basically it will be EGM. Second one, this is important. Obtain statement of affairs. Obtain statement of affairs from a chartered accountant. Sir, what is this statement of affairs? What you are Satya Harishchandra? If you tell ROC, sir, I am not doing any significant accounting transaction, will he believe of? Will he believe? He wants a proof, no, that there is no money coming in and going out in your account. So go and get a statement of affairs from chartered accountant. He needs to certify, yes sir, see this is their statement. There is nothing here. Can you see? He has to show it to MCA. And if you give, obviously he will not believe. So when I say you, means a normal person. So it has to be given by a chartered accountant. So even for this, will a chartered accountant give that statement of affairs for free of cost? No. Significant accounting transaction, part B, which is not considered as significant. Regulatory requirement, we have written CS fees. So this is also part of that. Conduct a general meeting and pass special resolution. Sir, whenever I pass special resolution, I remember to do one thing. What? Good that you remember. Within 30 days, file form MGT 14. As and when you file form MGT 14, file form MSC1. Again, this is also form MSC1. With whom? With ROC. Sir, what is MSC1? MSC1 is the form which you file for asking dormant status. Attach. What and all you will attach? Copy of special resolution. Make sure you know in and out of it, because very simple provisions. So make sure you go well prepared. You have taken copy of statement of affairs. No, file that also. Copy of statement of affairs. Yes. Generally it will be filed simultaneously, Pranita. Generally you can take 30 days itself. Yeah. Copy of statement of affairs. Declaration by directors. I told you, no, we are not going to start any business. Declaration should be there. other necessary documents. Our lifesaver clause, we can get some half mark. Yeah, okay sir, so I have filed this with ROC. Now what will ROC do? ROC, on being satisfied, ROC on being satisfied, he shall grant status of dormant company. Sir, how will he grant? He will send you a letter. In which one? In form MSC2. What is this? It is intimation sent by ROC approving dormant status. Okay sir. Sir, on being satisfied, he shall grant status of dormant. Now why is that satisfied in capital and letters, sir? We want to know. Now the question is, when will the ROC be satisfied? So how will he be satisfied? So what are the grounds he will consider while approving your application? Write down the grounds. Everything is given in a different places, but everything is connected, so you can remember everything. So grounds considered by ROC for approving the status. So ROC shall not grant dormant status in following cases. So ROC shall not grant dormant status in following cases. Sir, when again an important question. What are the grounds considered by ROC for granting a dormant status? Can be an important question. Sir, what is this? What are that? There are in total 7, 8. So plan it accordingly. All simple ones only, 5 words. If there is an inspection, inquiry, or investigation going on against the company. Assume some authority is been carrying some investigation, inspection or some inquiry against you. You cannot file dormant status. Or there is some case going on against you in the court. Prosecution is pending against company. Yeah, so the first two related to something legal. Inspection, investigation, inquiry or prosecution is pending against the court. Okay sir, against the company. Next one, you have taken public deposits. You have accepted deposits from the public and the deposits are not yet repaid. So public deposits are outstanding. You have taken money from public and you have not repaid, or you have made default in payment. That is, you have taken money from them, you have not repaid that to them on time. You have told them I will pay in 2 years. You have not repaid in 2 years. Default in payment. You have to pay them interest. You have not paid them interest on deposits. Default. You cannot convert into dormant status. Next one. Outstanding, secured or unsecured loan. The company has taken some loan from a bank and that loan is still outstanding. You have not yet repaid. Then you can apply for dormant status. Apply for dormant only after getting no objection from creditors. That is, whoever you have taken loan, if that loan amount is not repaid when you are applying for dormant status, you can apply that only after taking a no objection. So indirectly in this attachment, remember this, other necessary attachment, link it with that point. NOC from creditors if any. I hope you are able to link it. Yes? Yeah? So write down if you cannot link it. NOC to be attached in MSC 1. What we just wrote. Yeah. The next one, there should be no dispute in ownership or management. That is between the shareholders, between the directors, there should be no dispute going on. Yeah. Next one, if you are a listed company, sir, listed where? In or outside India, wherever you are listed, you cannot apply for a dormant status. Sir, Vijay Mallya did not pay his labor salary, employees' salary. Default in payment of workman due, that is your salaries, whatever you need to pay, you have not repaid. You cannot apply for dormant status. The last one, there is outstanding taxes, duties, dues to central government, state government or any local authority. Sir, income tax is not paid, some GST pending is there, then you cannot apply for dormant status. So what are the grounds considered? Inspection, inquiry, investigation pending, prosecution is pending, outstanding deposits, you have taken loan, secured and unsecured, you have to take prior NOC from them, listed within or outside India, workmen dues, outstanding taxes and duties. If at all these things are there, ROC will not grant you what? He will not grant you dormant status. Remember, it can be an important question. Yes? Yeah? Okay, sir. Now, after doing all that, now, so here we were writing so moto, here it was ROC. No, I am not telling without working. See, today you started. You first repay all your liabilities and then only you have to ask for dormant status in the future. See, dormant status need not be taken when you start your company itself. Even in between you can apply for dormant status. Yes? Yes, Bala. Attachments to MSc1 can also be a question. Yeah? How? They can ask you a sub question. Yes? What and all are the possible questions? They can ask you what are the various forms and for what are the reasons they are filed. MSc1 applying for dormant status. MSc2 ROC intimates you that grant of dormant status is given. Correct? Now, suo motu and ROC. End of the day. Now your question. Third question you guys had. What? Sir, how many days can I become dormant? A company can remain. A company can remain dormant for maximum of 5 consecutive years. The maximum time you can be dormant is for 5 years. You have to convert into active within 5 years. Maximum time given to you 5 years. Yeah. So within the 5 years, the company needs to apply for active status. Within that 5 years, you have to apply for active status. You have to apply. Now, few of you will have a doubt. Sir, what if I don't apply? What if I don't apply? If it fails to apply, its name will be struck off from register of companies. So what does it say? If at all you do not become an active company within 5 years, then what will I do? I will just strike your name off, pa. Nothing else. Meaning what? You will come to an end. You will come to an end. If suo motu is such a complicated one, then how come having not filed financial statements and annual return makes a company dormant so easily? Thomas, it doesn't happen so easily. The first thing, if you do not file your financial statements, there is per day penalty. Penalty will be imposed on you. Rakesh, it is register only. Registrar is the person. Register. You remember? Once my company is incorporated, he will take his book and he will write down my name in that book. From that book, my name will be taken away. So, it will be struck off from that register of companies. So, it is not our person. Clear? Sir, now our question is, I can become dormant. No, sir, I can easily chill. I can do anything what I want. The law says there are certain compliances. There are compliances to be followed by dormant company. Certain compliances which has to be followed by a dormant company. We'll just look at this and let us end it up for the day. Next topic. Yeah, meaning what? Sir, I am a dormant company. You said I should not do anything. Does that mean I need not do anything? There are only certain things which you need to do. What is that? See. Pranita, benefits again will be doing in, there are certain exemptions. Exemptions will be doing in our consolidated video, the different exemptions. Yeah. It shall have minimum number of directors, meaning what? Just because you are dormant, if you are a OPC, you have to have one director. If you are a public company, you need to have two directors. If you are a private company, you need to have three directors as per your minimum requirement as per law. It can be public, it can be private, or it can be OPC. You need to have that many directors minimum in your company. Okay, sir. Next one, an important one, return of dormant company. Return of dormant company. What is this? This is a form called MSC3, the third form coming into picture. 1, application for status. 2, grant of status. 3, you are applying one return of dormant company, which has to be filed annually. Every year you need to file it. Sir, what is this? This is nothing but it indicates financial position of the company, duly certified by chartered accountant. Now say for example 1 year you have been dormant, next year also you are continuing. How will I know that in the 1 year there was no transaction? At the time of filing, yes, I agree, you have given a statement from CA. But what about next year? What if there are transactions and you are not letting me know? So every year take a certificate from CA and show me your statements every year. So show me your financial position that there was no accounts, there was nothing, no transactions at all. Every year you have to show. So every year, as long as you are dormant, you have to keep filing MSC3. Sir, when should I file? Within 30 days from closure of financial year. Remember, important question. So by March 31st your year ends. After March 31st, by end of April, so 30 days from March 31st, you have to file your MSC3 every year with ROC. Okay, sir. Conduct board meetings. Conduct minimum one board meeting in each half of calendar year. A normal company should have minimum 4 meetings in a year, board meetings. You do only minimum 1 meeting in half of the calendar year, meaning in a year you conduct only 2 board meetings. Gap between two meetings should not be less than 90 days. So from Jan to June, conduct one board meeting. From July to December, conduct one board meeting. So minimum 2 board meetings has to be conducted, and that 2 board meetings should be held in such a way that the minimum gap between 2 board meetings has to be 90 days. Meaning, sir, if I conduct one board meeting in June, can I conduct one more board meeting in July? Answer is no. There should be minimum 90 days gap. See, first thing, yes, you are dormant, but you need to know what and all is going on. You need to at least meet once in 6 months, and you need to see what is going on in the company. Dormant, everything is shut, but you have opened your company for some future aspect. You at least have to get your chartered accountants thing, statement of affairs, something or other should be there. At least come and meet, see where is the position. What are the documents to be maintained? See what has happened to that. Getting the point? Company shall file return to ROC. Aditya, meeting conducted in March and again conducted in April. Now you see, you have to conduct one board meeting minimum in each half of the calendar year. So you are conducting one in March and one in April. So in first half of the year there is 2 meetings. In the second half of the year, where are you conducting a meeting? So from Jan to June there should be one meeting at least. From July to December there should be one meeting at least. Yes? I hope you are getting the point. Company shall file return to ROC. Meaning you have to file a form to ROC in case of change in director or you have allotted some securities. No, calendar year. That is the reason I have specifically given calendar year. Yeah. Sir, meanwhile we were dormant. One of the director passed away. He passed away. Now what to do? Intimate me that the director has passed away. Intimate me. Did you guys copy that last point? Yeah? You can copy down. So, sir, company shall file return to ROC in case of, assume a person passed away, director. Yeah, you need to intimate ROC, no? Yes. Next one, if you are allotting any securities, yes, subscribers, you are giving them some shares. If you are raising some money, then yes, you have to allot some, there are certain forms to be filed. You have to intimate ROC that your honor, there is a change in director or there has been a change in share capital. Yes. So these are the compliances which an ROC, which a dormant company has to follow even when you are dormant. That is, when you are sleeping also, you have to file these forms. You have to make sure all these conditions are met. Yes. So if you have copied, let us end up for the day. Go. Have a good day, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah. Let us meet in the evening. See you. Adios, amigos. Bye.